Hey, Brittany Lynch here, and welcome to the Facebook Niche Profit System webinar number 7. So we're coming along really well in the course. I'm really excited about today's webinar, this evening's webinar. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to go over all the numbers that we've hit, the revenue and the profit that we've made, how much we've spent on ads, some of the changes that we've made in order to see this kind of drastic increase in sales, and all of that good stuff. So we've got a lot of that. We're also going to go over a bit about what to do after you're done sending your initial 12 emails, and we'll revisit some of the advertising strategies as well, because we've had a lot of questions about that. But above and beyond that, primarily it is going to be a webinar for questions and answers. So if you have any questions, definitely hold on to them. I'll answer them in detail at the end. I'll stay as long as I need to make sure that any questions, comments, or concerns you have are going to be addressed. Now, again, if you just joined us on the call, I want to really thank you for kind of sticking around. I know I pushed back this webinar by 2 days. It's been a little bit of a tough week for us and the family. My dad had to go in for surgery this week, so I was in the hospital all day and all night on Tuesday with him. Things went well, given the situation. He's got to go back in for another surgery on Tuesday, and it kind of just came up very unexpected. So we've been dealing with that a little bit, which is why we had that delay. And then, let's see, Wednesday I was moving all day, so I'm moving houses, and as well, Punchcast, my social network, is launching this week, so it's been madness, but I'm still confident that 2012 is going to be a really great year, so I appreciate all your well wishes and all your comments, and I'm definitely going to make it up to you guys and make sure we have a really, really great webinar today. All right, so with that in mind, let's go ahead and get started. So let's go over some of our sales. First things first is revenue. Now, revenue isn't actually profit. We want to focus on profit, but let's talk about revenue first. Our revenue so far is $3,750. $3,750. I've spent on ads $457. Let's see how it breaks down. Profit from the sales of the books. So I'm going to get into the changes I made on the next slide, but we made 10 sales at $17, which gave us $170. And at that point, kind of on that webinar, when we ran through our numbers, I realized how many clicks I would have to get in order to hit the $10,000 mark, and it just felt kind of overwhelming. So I actually increased the price from $17 to $47. So that kind of comes back down to the conversions aspect of it, and playing around with your numbers. So I actually increased the price of the book almost by 3 times, and that's obviously really helped with making more sales. ClickBank sales made $542 so far, and I'll show you how I did that. Refunds. So I've got one refund on the $17 product and one at the $47. Now remember, this product has a full 30-day money-back guarantee, and so with that in mind, I expect that I might get a few more refunds. The refunds in niches like World of Warcraft or knitting or anything really outside of internet marketing are a lot lower. Refunds in internet marketing kind of range from 10 to 30%, whereas in other niches I find that they're often well below 10%. So you don't usually get too many refunds in these other niches, but I expect I'll probably get a few more before the 30-day mark ends. Usually what you'll find is right as the 30-day refund period is coming up, you'll get more refunds because people just realize that they don't want it. Profit. So if you deduct how much I've spent on ads, I've profited $3,293. I have 1,320 fans, and my list size is 603. So I'll just log into my PayPal here. Okay, so we've got $3,566 in our PayPal account, and you actually shouldn't be looking at these names. That's private information of customers, and not supposed to be giving that out. But you can see that I've got the $47 sales coming in, and I'll just kind of prove to you that I don't have any other sales coming in from anything but World of Warcraft. I'll go over to Merchant Services. Let's see here. We'll go to Merchant Services. And I just want to show you that all of my buy buttons are related to World of Warcraft. So I can't be getting any money into this account other than World of Warcraft stuff. So you can see here, this is the button for the $47 one, and this is the button for the $17 one. So this is, I actually disabled this now because we're not selling the product for $17 anymore. We're selling it for $47. So you can see I don't have any more, sales pages up. There's no money coming in from any other niches in this account. It's just the World of Warcraft. So let's actually get into how I did that, like some of the strategies that I did. And again, this is kind of a really good reminder about why it's important to go through your numbers. And if you didn't see last week's webinar, definitely watch that recording and go through the PDFs because it's a really good wake-up call as to what's working and what's not. I realized at my conversions at the last webinar, if I kept up the current conversions at the current price, I would need something like 20,000 clicks in order to make that $10,000. And while that's definitely possible, in order to get that in a period of just 2 or 3 weeks is really, really it's a challenge and it's unnecessary. So what I did was I increased my PayPal. What I did was I increased the price. And so someone's asking me, do I have more than one PayPal account? I do. Obviously, that PayPal account is just, I set it up strictly for World of Warcraft. It's not for any of my other stuff. So it's actually just for World of Warcraft. So I do have another PayPal account, of course, and that's kind of my real PayPal account. And I separated them because it's easier for you to show you my balance of what I've made in World of Warcraft going into this one PayPal account that's just dedicated for World of Warcraft. I can't really log into my other PayPal account. I can obviously, but I can't show it on a live call because it shows all of my personal information of all my clients, and obviously even your information if you've bought from me before shows up in there. And I don't think that if you were a customer, you'd want me showing your name and your email address. So that's why one of the reasons anyways why I created a brand new PayPal account. But it's just a lot easier. There's a whole lot more money in the other PayPal account. So it's just easier to kind of show you where the money came from and prove that it really is from World of Warcraft and it's not from anything else. Does that make sense? With me? All right, we're getting lots of yeses. Cool. All right, perfect. So let's go on to actually how did I make these changes? Okay, so the biggest thing was I increased my price from $17 to $47. This is really important because, like I said last week, I realized, or not last week, I guess it was about 2 weeks ago now, I realized that, hey, if I keep going at $17 in the current conversion rate, that I'm going to have to really hustle to get a lot of clicks on my page, get a lot more fans, and it was a bit more of a challenge to me. And one of the things that I found through marketing is often it really doesn't matter how much you sell a product for, keeping in mind that you want to make sure the product is of high quality. So I wouldn't sell the product for $47 unless I really thought it was worth $47. It is a really, really good product. I can't tell you how many hours I put into creating this product because World of Warcraft is such a technical niche. I created the product, and like I said, my brother really plays World of Warcraft and he's like an expert World of Warcraft player, so I had him working with me, making sure that I had all the technical jargon down really concrete. Something like organic gardening, where it's not such a technical niche, wouldn't take nearly as long, but I did go out of my way to make sure that it is a really unique product, it's really great content and that sort of thing. So $47, the price is totally justified for it. But really the greater point here is it doesn't really matter whether you're selling it for $17 or $47, as long as I find under $97. If the sales page does the job correctly, it's gonna sell someone into that product, whether it's for $17 or $47. It's just a different value proposition. So I did increase that price, and that obviously really attributed to my increase in profit. Another really important thing was I added a cross-sell on my download page. So I was able to get a few $100 extra by adding cross-sell on my download page. And I'll show you what I mean by that in just a second. Okay, so just bear with me one second. And then, so I added that cross-sell on the download page. And then, yeah, so most importantly, I now have more people on my subscriber list who've been there longer, so AKA mature customers. So I have over 600 people on my mailing list now versus before I had 100 and some. And so, and in addition to that, they've been there for a lot longer. So the longer a person's on your mailing list, it generally means the more they trust you. If they're not on your mailing list, it's because they unsubscribed and they don't want to hear you from anymore. So the longer they're on your mailing list means, the higher chance they are to buy something from you because they're putting up with your emails every day. If they didn't want to hear from you, they would just unsubscribe. So I've got longer prospects on my mailing list and more customers. So one of the things that I find, if you haven't made money yet or you're not making as much money as you want, ask yourself, how many subscribers do you have? Because a lot of people will say, you know, I've got several hundred fans, but they only have a few dozen subscribers, and so they're not making, you know, thousands of dollars yet. And that's because building your subscriber list is really important. So again, you're going to want to go back to last week's or I guess last webinars, I should say, where we went over troubleshooting. So what happens if you don't, if you're not getting a high conversion rate, and how to get a conversion rate, adding more subscribers to your mailing list. So that's definitely very important too. Okay, so those are two things. So let me show you adding a cross-sell onto the download page right now. Joe's asking, can you put the WOW product in the members area? The WOW product is in the members area already, actually, Joe. Actually, I noticed that someone who has this product actually completely copied my sales page and my product and is now selling it online, which is not very nice. So hopefully the person who did copy my product and my sales page outright can remove that. I mean, by all means, take creative liberty, but I think outright stealing someone's product and sales page isn't the best thing to do. And it's for reasons like that after Facebook Lookin' ends, that sometimes I'll have to change my sales page location and change my product name, because, you know, it's people like that that kind of ruin it for everyone. A lot of people are saying it's not me. Yeah, and obviously I'm not pointing fingers. You know, there's a ton of people on this webinar, so it's just one person, and unfortunately you've got one person who ruins it for everyone, who totally steals the product and steals the sales page. You know, I'm really kind of going out of my way to provide a ton of value in this program. The Lookin' programs are designed so that you get the best value for your money, and not a lot of marketers are willing to do it for this reason. For one, is people outright steal their products. So it's unfortunate. I'm not going to let it get to me, but I just want to tell you that those are some of the issues that come with doing a live webinar series. So hopefully you're enjoying the content and appreciating what I'm giving you, given the risk for it. We've got a lot of people saying, are you serious? Not me, that's rude. Wow, not cool at all. Yeah, it's not right. A lot of people saying that's just wrong, that's sad. Yeah, so lots of people are sympathizing with me, but I know, I know that everyone on this call really means well, but I just thought I'd mention that, here, and say that, you know, that's one of the reasons why marketers don't do these live training series, is because, yeah, you run the risk of someone completely knocking you off, and that's unfortunate. But I want to reiterate that that's just such a small percent that very rarely happens, and that's just one of the things you need to deal with online. Most people are by nature are honest and genuine, and they don't do things like that. So it happens in the internet marketing business no matter what niche you're in, but don't worry about it. You can't really prevent it. You can do little things to prevent it. You can't really do too much. It's going to happen from time to time, but at the end of the day, most of your customers are honest, and most people aren't going to do that. And so you can't spend too long worrying about that. You know, that's that person's issue, and I'm sure it'll come back, you know, some sort of bad luck will come back to haunt them for it. But that's kind of an issue in marketing in general. All right, so let's just see. Okay, so let's see, we've gone over this. I'm going to go and show you what I mean by adding a cross-sell to a download page. And this is something I think you guys should all do for 2012. And I hope that all of you have sat down and really taken even half hour from your family and friends to reflect on what your plan is for 2012 financially with internet marketing. I think it's important to just set goals and really keep yourself accountable to that. Again, it might sound self-preachy, but it's really worked for me. And one of the things that we're implementing as a team in the BrittanyLynch.com team is every week we're going to be testing something new. So maybe split testing something or adding a different conversion process. So one of the things that you can test is adding a cross-sell on your download page and see how this impacts your overall profit. So let me show you what I mean. Okay. So if you go to your domain, whatever it is, mine's ultimatewowstrategyguides.com/WP-admin and log in, you're going to want to go to your posts, okay, and go to your download section. So mine's download your free report. Okay. Oh, that's the wrong one. Okay, here we are. So originally what I had was I just had this, okay? I just said, thanks for purchasing Wow Rich's Guide. You can download your report here. If you have any questions, email me here. All right, that was it. What I added recently was I added this where it says, let's see, it says special offer, pick up your Wow Crusher, pick up Wow Crusher, one of the best guides on beating the best players in WoW for just $1 instead of $17. It's a bit of a trick I found that most people don't know. Go to the following website. I'll show you the website in a second. It contains my affiliate link, and it says, and then try to exit out of the page. An exit pop will come up and ask you to stay on the page for a special offer. Select stay on page, and bam, you can try it for 7 days for just $1. Enjoy. So let me explain what I did here. So let me show you the page. This is what the download page looks like now. We've got our special offer right here, and we can actually click this link. So here's our special offer, and you'll find about 20 to 30% of the people will actually end up buying, because the person who's already bought your guide is essentially, they're a buyer, they're serious, okay? So that means they're ready to spend money. So that means you want to present them with another offer. This is kind of a very simple upsell offer. So it says go to the following website. I click on this link. You can see my affiliate links up top. Okay, and
hi, it's Marco.
The instructions that I gave them was try to exit out of the site, and it says wait, click the cancel button on the next window for something very special. Okay, and I'm going to select stay on page. I told them to do that. And now look, it says, wait, don't miss this. For only $1, you can try this product. So you can see kind of what I did. Instead of directing them to the main sales page where the offer's, I think it's $17, I'm actually giving them a bit of a discount. So it makes it look like I'm on their side. I'm giving them a deal. I'm like, look, I found this really great offer online. It's only $1. You can try it. So the cool thing about this is every person who still buys this offer for $1, I still get the commission, because what happens is after $7, the person's billed the full amount, and most people end up staying. So it gets a higher conversion rate, so I get more affiliate commissions. Now, if you're promoting products through ClickBank, a lot of products actually have what's called an exit offer like this, so you can actually go and check for it. Otherwise, just promote the main sales page. So that's what I've been doing, and that's really added several $100s to my bottom line. So that's pretty cool. Do you like that? So you're getting yes, love it, yes, yeah, nice. Absolutely love it. Okay, cool. So that's a nice little strategy, and it's really simple, and it's, like I said in the last webinar, simple things make a big difference. Easy things make a big difference. Little changes make a big difference, and that's why I have it as one of our goals for my team is every week we should be doing something new. As simple as that. You know, adding that onto my thank you page took 5 minutes maybe, and that's a really basic version. It took 5 minutes, and it's adding several $100s to my bottom line every few weeks. So that's what I like to, that's a good use of your time, okay? That's a good use of your time. There's lots of little strategies like this that can increase your bottom line, and next week we're going to be talking about more of these kind of integrated marketing strategies. So that will be really cool. Okay. Yeah, so just to clarify, this is not my sales page. This is someone else's sales page, and I found it on ClickBank. So if you go to clickbank.com, they've got a bunch of them, leave page. Okay, if you go to clickbank.com, make my page a bit bigger here, and you go to Marketplace, and we went through this on an earlier webinar. You can search your products on the left-hand side. So if you just go to Games, which is what I'm doing, I search by Gravity, you can see that there's a bunch of these websites. So this is Wow Crusher. So this is where I found the website right here, and then I just selected promote, and I entered in my ClickBank ID, and it created a link for me. So you can actually see this is the page that I was talking about earlier.
Hi, it's Marco, and I want you to stop what you're doing right now and give me your full attention, because in just a...
So that's where I found it. I did not create this page. This is an affiliate product that I'm promoting. So I'm just showing you the concept of making small changes that make a really big difference. So again, I didn't have to create a brand new product. Now again, I could create a new product and I would make double the money, but it's a quick fix. If you just promote an affiliate product, you can add a few $100s extra to your bottom line just promoting someone else's product. So I just wanted to show you that. So I want to clarify, that's not my product, that's someone else's. Okay, so little things like that are very important. I would just after the webinar, just take 5 minutes to do that. It really makes a big difference. Okay. All right. So let's see. Go back to my PowerPoint. Okay, so those are the biggest things. Okay, yes, so new emails. So I've gotten a few questions about this, and I've mentioned this a few times, but maybe not specifically enough. One of the things that people have been asking is, what happens after you're done sending those first 12 emails? So if you remember back, if you've done this properly, you should have created 12 emails. So 12 emails that go out as an autoresponder series that go out automatically, whether you're sick or not, whether you're healthy or not, to your to whoever subscribes to the opt-in list. Okay, so those 12 emails go out automatically. But after that, what you want to do is you want to create broadcast emails. So you want to still email people, all right? You want to still add emails to your follow-up series so that you don't have to do it. So what I tell people is you're going to want to do about 2 to 4 emails every week in your particular niche. And they're the exact same format of the first 12 emails. So if you remember, the first 12 emails were essentially like 2 content emails, 2 sales emails, 2 content emails, 2 sales emails. Does everyone remember that? Okay, so we got it. Good. Can everyone hear me still okay? I just want to make sure everyone can still hear me. Okay, perfect. All right, so you remember those emails exactly. So what I encourage you to do is send 2 to 4 emails a week, okay? 2 to 4 emails a week. And I say usually send 2 to 3 mainly content emails every week and 1 hard pitch. So what I mean by that is 2 to 3 mainly content emails. So you might find, I gave you different strategy. Maybe you found an article or a news article about your particular niche topic, and you're writing an email to your subscribers about it, and it's all content. Maybe it's 2 paragraphs of content. What I do is it's the PS strategy. So you sign your name, you give entirely content throughout the email. Let's say it's about, let's say I'll use a World of Warcraft strategy. So let's say it's about making gold in the auction house in World of Warcraft. So I've given some really awesome tips on making gold in the auction house. It's all content. And then I say, thanks, Brittany. P.S. Check out this really if you want more information on the auction house, check out this really great automated tool, and then give an affiliate link. Okay, so that's a really soft sell. It's not too intrusive, and I find people respond really well to that because you're not pushing it onto them and you're providing value. You're explaining why it provides value. So it's not just about pushing something really hard. You're actually giving really valuable content, but you're still selling every email. So that's why I like that PS strategy, is you're selling every single email, which again increases your income, but in a non-intrusive way. So you're just doing it very softly in the PS. Does that make sense? Okay, so SG says World of Warcraft is a bit hard to relate to. Well, let's talk about weight loss. Let's say that let's say that you are writing an email about getting fit abs, getting really strong abs. So you've written maybe 6 tips for getting fit abs. Okay, really high quality content in the main part of your email. And again, I can't emphasize this enough. High quality content is very important. It's not just about sending your email list something. You've got to really provide value. If you provide value, people will buy from you time and time again, because it's always a value exchange. I really can't emphasize that enough. It's not just about taking, it's about giving and taking, okay? It's a mutual exchange. All right? So maybe you've got 6 to 7 great tips in the email, which are all content based on getting hard abs. Then you sign it, your name, PS, here's a really great, if you want more information on getting hard abs, I found this is a really great program, check it out. And an affiliate link to a program on abs, okay? Or maybe you're in the golf niche and you're sending an email on improving your putting. All content on improving your putting, and then the PS, if you want more information on improving your putting, this is an awesome course, all right? So I think that that's really great way, because people do always read the PSs. That's one of the places people read first. So people usually scan through the email and they'll check the PS. All right. Okay, so yeah, so great. So we've got that. Someone's asking, what is hard pitch selling? So let me explain what I mean by that. So you're sending 2 to 3 mainly content emails every week, and then one hard pitch. So a hard pitch would be like your email number, I think it's 8 and 9 in the 12 series of the autoresponders. It's when you're pitching something hard. It's when you've got a product and you're saying, hey, I found this really great product, link to the product. You should get this product because it has these 3 benefits, link to the product, and these 3 benefits, link to the product. It's got like 4 or 5 links to the product in the email. So you're not actually really providing too much content. You're still providing content, but you're selling it that much harder, all right? So obviously the hard pitches usually convert better, convert higher, more people buy, just because there's more links, it's more obvious. You're not giving as much away for free. So that's what the hard pitch is. All right? So that's very important. So Jeffrey's asking again, after the first 12 emails, do you have a different email series for those who bought your product versus those yet to buy? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Jeffrey. So after the first 12 emails, you actually want to continue to email your fan base. And you want to create 2 to 3 mainly content emails and 1 hard pitch. So hopefully that's clear. And I'll create an action list, a checklist after the webinar as well. I have Karen going through all the webinars after the webinars and creating a transcript as well with action guides. So hopefully you like those as well. All right. Okay, someone's saying, wouldn't 2 to 4 times a week piss people off? That's a really good question, Samir. It's all about balance. So start to 2 to 4 emails a week. And if you see first of all, you probably, you need to remember that when you had your 12 email autoresponder series, you were emailing people almost every day. And I think in the second email of your email autoresponder series, you were setting expectations. You said, I'm going to be emailing you 2 to 4 times a week, all right? So what you can do is, after the first week of emailing people 2 to 4 times a week, you can even ask them, are you enjoying hearing from me this often? Would you like to hear from me less? So on and so forth. So ask for feedback. Okay? Sounds good. Dan saying, great. I really like transcriptions. Yeah. So Karen, for all of the webinars, has created transcriptions, PDF transcripts of all of the webinars if you haven't seen those yet. All right? So that's the important thing about the email marketing there. And that really keeps the money coming in the long term. That really does keep the money coming in the long term. That's why you need to build your email subscriber list. That's really your biggest asset going forward, is being able to communicate with these people and building a good relationship. A relationship's a two-way street. So maybe you ask questions. Maybe you ask people to respond to your emails. Maybe you hold webinars. It doesn't really matter. You just want to communicate with them. All right, and if you haven't had success with the program yet, or as much success as you would like, it's likely due to the fact that you don't have enough people on your mailing list. Your mailing list really is key. So again, if you have a lot of fans but not many people on your mailing list, then go watch the last webinar and go through that again. I gave you some troubleshooting options, all right? Okay, let's see here. Yeah, so someone's saying, should we ask for feedback in the form of an email? Yeah, exactly. You could do a survey or an email. It doesn't really matter. So Thomas says, where are the transcription PDF files located? They should be in every training section. All right, cool. All right, so that's that. So that's the new email. So is everyone clear on that? Okay, perfect. We've got lots of yeses. And again, I do see some questions coming in, and I'll answer those towards the end of the call. Okay. Okay, so let's talk about next week. So next week, we're going to talk about these things. So I'm going to take questions in just a second. I'm getting a little bit sick because I've been a little bit stressed this week, and I'm going to Vegas tomorrow for a work thing. So hopefully I can kick this cold. All right, so next week we're going to be going over final total profits made, all right? Really, really cool stuff we're going to be going over next week. I'm really excited about it. It's about creating longevity. If you like that trick that I included on creating your download page, adding that upsell on your download page, that cross-sell that I showed you with the affiliate, you're going to like next week, because I'm going to go over a ton of these little tricks. So adding social features to your email so you can get your your subscribers to actually promote your emails to their subscriber base or to their Facebook friends. We're going to go over different integrated marketing tips, what you can do to scale up, little things like that. And I'm also going to go over looking at other traffic sources, so just other ways to kind of scale up your business. And again, it's important to you to think of this as a business. That's very, very important. So I'm going to give you different traffic sources that you might want to look into. I'm going to go over how to find affiliate partners and even how to create an affiliate program. So if you have a product and you want to get affiliates and you want to create an affiliate program, we're going to be going over that in an overview. And also, I'm thinking about adding a slower version of the live training, especially for the more technical stuff. I'm thinking of going through this again, the entire Facebook Look-In series, and creating just a slower version. I know I talk fast, so not actually doing it live, but doing it non-live and just going through it slowly, step by step. So I might actually add that to the members area as well, so that everyone is completely on the same page, completely understands. Again, I want to reiterate that we have support available, awesome support at Brittany@BrittanyLynch.com. So if you ever have any questions whatsoever, any concerns, please email us, reach out to us, let me know. We want to make sure that you have success with this program. So send us an email, let us know if you're having trouble, if you have any questions, or even if you're just worried, or even if you don't think I'm a real person, you just want to hear from us. All right? So that's very important. So how does all this sound? How's everyone doing? Are you enjoying this training? All right, have you enjoyed this webinar so far? Darren says, Vegas sounds cool. Marcy says, cold. Cool cayenne caps, ginger, and lemon tea. That sounds like quite the mix. I'll give that a try. I had some wheatgrass today, which was disgusting, but I did it for the good of it. Thomas says, that's a great idea. A slower version would be terrific. Thanks for the slower version. Let's see. Okay, so Jody says, can we see your ads? So yeah, let's go over to my ads. It's been a little while since we've looked at those. So we're on Facebook. Let's actually take a look at my fan page here. So we've got 1,335 people now. We're getting lots of comments. You can actually go through this now. Use macros. This will make your life easier. We've got 12. I posted this an hour ago. We already have 12 likes. A bunch of people commenting on it. We've got people posting. So people are really interacting well with this. And look, we've got people sharing this. So someone actually shared this on the wall, which helps spread our fan page virally. So we've got a bunch of people here writing a ton of different posts, commenting and that sort of thing. So this is really cool. So you can see lots of people posting here. I love to see the interaction on the site. And this is all automated through Hootsuite, like I said earlier. Okay, so let's go to our ads. So I've got a few ad campaigns going right now, not just the wow ads, facebook.com/ads/manage. Okay, so let's check down here. So let's just go. So I'm going to kind of recap the optimization strategy for you guys. Just move this over here. Okay, so let's just go into this here. I just created this ad yesterday. So when I create a new ad, I always make sure that I'm bidding on the higher end of the suggested bid. So this isn't actually a great example because I edited this earlier, but so you can see here the suggested bid is 45 cents. So I'm going to select save, but I'm only actually paying 29 cents. My click-through rate's pretty decent. I've got 27 clicks and 13 connections, so it's converting decently well. So one of the strategies, really, like I said, is let's actually create an ad. I'll show you. I'll show you it from start to finish here, just to recap. So I'm going to create a similar ad to this one. Okay. So I'm going to scroll down. I'll actually keep the settings the same just for demo purposes. I'll create a new campaign. I'll call it optimization demo. Okay, and you can see here that the suggested bid is 26 cents to 42 cents, right? So I'm going to bid 42 cents, which is on the higher end of the maximum bid. So I'm going to select place order. Okay, so it'll take Facebook maybe a few hours to approve that ad. And as soon as it goes live, as soon as the ad starts to get data, we'll actually see that our suggested bid will drop down. All right, so let me show you another example. Let's actually go to all of our campaigns. So we've just created that new ad, and let's pretend that it's this one, 19B. All right, so I'm bidding 44 cents in this one. The actual cost per click is 33 cents. Okay, so you can see that my suggested bid's actually gone up. So in this case, my click-through rate isn't that great. So you can see that my suggested bid has actually gone up in this one to 52 cents. I'm not going to change it. So what happens is, as soon as your ad goes live, you'll start getting clicks, you'll start getting data, you'll start seeing how many times your ad has been shown. That's the reach. So how many people have actually seen your ad, how frequently someone sees your ad before they click, how many clicks you've gotten. So that all of those things contribute to your ad actually getting a click-through rate, as well as getting an ad quality, so to speak. So the higher click-through rate, the higher ad quality, and the lower your suggested bid. So after you've created your ad, 2 hours after it's gone live, I always go in and immediately check. And I click this box and I look to see what the suggested bid is. Generally, it drops down. And let's say this suggested bid was 42 cents, then I would drop my bid down to 42 cents and click save. So I want to check every hour or two on my ad and constantly keep driving my bid price down based on the suggested bid, because the suggested bid should continually be going down, and that will drop your CPC down. So you can see I'm bidding 42 cents, but I'm only actually paying 33 cents. So these are campaigns that I actually created yesterday, so they're brand new, so I haven't even optimized them yet. Now again, it's important to create new ads every few days, because you'll find that, look at this frequency number, 4.9. If your frequency gets up higher than 10 to 12, that means your ad is being shown a lot of times before people are clicking on it, and that means you're having probably a pretty low click-through rate. So the higher your frequency, generally if it's over 10 or 12, that's about when you should be creating new ads. That's a good indication of when you should be creating new ads, all right? So let's look at this CPC. So let's go here to all campaigns. I want to give you an example here. So some of them are kind of high. So here's an example. If we go to this suggested bid, this went live yesterday and I haven't optimized it yet. I click on this. Originally, a suggested bid was 48 cents, which is why I bid 48. Now it's telling me 51 cents. If the suggested bid goes up, I don't change my bid. But if it goes down, I change it to whatever the higher end of the suggested bid is. And that helps me drive down my cost per click. So right now I'm paying 37 cents. I'll come back in a few hours and check that, because this just went live yesterday. So we're not going to optimize those yet, but you want to check these every few hours, because generally speaking, the suggested bid will start to go down as it gets more data. Does that make sense? Let's see here. So Bob's Dora says, checking and decreasing the bids every 2 to 3 hours on 48 ads is impossible. Well, it's definitely not impossible, Bob, but I get what you're saying. It's not pleasurable. I totally agree. I mean, and it's not necessary. 2 to 3 hours is probably a little bit anal. If you check it once before you go to work and once after you go to work, that'd be great. That'd be definitely a good start. So it doesn't have to take long. It literally takes 2 seconds. What I'll do is I'll go to my all campaigns and I'll just open all these things into new tabs like this. And you can see that they're opening in new tabs up here, and then I'll go through them slowly and I'll just optimize it down, and it takes like 5 minutes to go through 48. Now Facebook is creating what's a more efficient optimization process. It's in private beta right now, so it hasn't been released to the public. I agree Facebook isn't the most efficient advertising platform sometimes, but unfortunately there's nothing we can do about that. All right, cool. Thomas is saying, I don't want this webinar to end. Getting lots of yeses. Let's see. All right, so does anyone have any questions? Marcy says, I'll be making a testimonial this week, and I really love this training. Marcy, I really appreciate that. And for everyone, I really obviously appreciate testimonials. So if you feel like I've created a great training program If you got value out of this, then I would really appreciate a testimonial, either in video or text-based. Video's the best version of it, but if you're not comfortable creating a video, then a text-based would totally be fine. And just email that to Brittany@BrittanyLynch.com. And yeah, Marcy, I would really appreciate that. But obviously, no pressure to anyone. But if you feel like you've gotten a lot of value out of this training, if you've made some good money, then definitely a testimonial would be fantastic. Lots of people are giving me suggestions for the cold. Thank you. So let's see. Webinar has been great. Just a bit disheartening at how slow I've been moving. Joanne, honestly, don't let yourself get down about that. You really can't. Just keep moving at your own pace. Important thing is that you keep moving forward. Everyone moves at different paces, and at a certain point, this internet marketing thing will become a second nature. The first part of internet marketing, there's a bit of a learning curve, and I completely understand that. But just keep going. Just keep trucking. Michael's saying, are you going to be at the Affiliate Summit? I will be there. Michael, I will be at Affiliate Summit. That's why I'm going to Vegas. Oh, I think that's someone knocking on my door, but I'll just ignore it for now. Yes, so let's go through this here. Enjoying course. Let's see here. Fantastic and transparent. I love the idea of a slower version, as well as affiliates. Would you also suggest doing joint ventures? Yes, that's something I'm going to go over next week. So I'm going to go over affiliates next week for sure. Let's see here. Lay says, put a little bit of rum in your tea. You'll be better by tomorrow. I think I'll definitely be getting enough rum in my system in Vegas this weekend, but I'll try that and see how it works out. Okay, just going through this a little bit. So Peter says, one of the greatest webinars... Sorry, that's my doorbell. I'm really not sure who that is, but I'll leave it be for right now. I'm not expecting any visitors. It says, one of the greatest webinars in a year. Your competitors were charging combined multiple 5 figures. So my compliment to you, Peter. Thanks, Peter. I appreciate that. Let's see. A few people are asking about what Punchcast is, which is my social media site. Punchcast, I'll get into that in another email. And I'll get into that. Sorry, guys, we just had a disconnect there. I can hear someone knocking on my door downstairs, but I'm just going to ignore it for the time being. So we'll get into what Punchcast is next week. Or I'll answer that. Maybe I'll stick. Actually, I'll talk a little bit about Punchcast, my social network, after Q&A is done, so that we'll focus on the course right now, and any questions we'll get to in a little bit. All right. Let's see here. Going through the questions here. Just kind of looking for new questions. Just 1 second. So Trent says, Karen's going to ask for your feedback on my page today. What is working? Or can I buy you lunch while you're in Vegas? You're going to be there too. So I guess a lot of you are going to Affiliate Summit. Who's actually going to be at Affiliate Summit? Any of you? A few people are going to be in Affiliate Summit. Michael's going to be there. I think Trent's going to be there. Yeah, so I'll definitely take a look at that, Trent. Okay, let's see here. So Thomas says, checking your ads as much as possible and changing accordingly will improve your bottom line to the profit. Absolutely, Thomas, that's right. Jody says, thanks, my math isn't my thing, but seeing you do this and following along over the weeks to see how you get it down to pennies, that's worth a lot to me. Thanks, Jody, I appreciate that. So Jenny says, do you find the younger audience between 18 and 19-year-olds are willing to spend money? Yeah, absolutely. And there's a reason I don't target under 18. It's because they don't have credit cards. They have their parents' credit cards, and more they've got access to income. But I target primarily over 18 because they have more money. Let's see. Mark says he's made a sale. Samir says, if initial clicks are expensive, don't we need a higher budget than $5 to get good data? I mean, it depends. You shouldn't have to. I mean, you should still be able to test it. If you're getting clicks at all, it just means it's going to be a little slower to optimize. I mean, if you have a higher budget, great. But if you only have $5 a day, it just takes a little longer to optimize. So it doesn't necessarily mean that you need a bigger budget. So Bob is asking, can you explain the spreadsheet you uploaded to the members area? It wasn't discussed in any of the seminars so far. I can't understand it at all. Bob, I'll add a video explaining that into the members area. SG says, who should I contact? Can't find my login or login URL. Just contact Brittany at BrittanyLynch.com. Karen will make sure you get that right away. Marcy is saying, I need to change my pitch page. Do you mean your sales page? I just want to clarify. How should I address the people who already have my freebie? Should I address them in an email or outright on the page? You should, when you're writing your sales page, just pretend you're talking to one person and one person only. You don't want to be talking to lots of people, just that one person really makes a big difference. So it doesn't matter if they've got your free report yet or your paid report. You just want to pretend you're talking to one person. I find that makes writing copy a lot easier. So Louis says, do you replace your old ads with new ones as soon as the CPC starts going up? Yeah, as soon as the CPC starts going up, I replace my old ad with a new ad. Ronette says, do you see my text? Let's see, Ronette. I haven't seen any questions from you yet. Helen says, I'd buy anything you sell, exclamation mark. Helen, I really appreciate that. Chad Edwards says, how do you ramp up your traffic? Do you just spend more per day? Yeah, it's a combination of lower cost per click and higher ad budget. Dawn says, do you have an affiliate program? Yeah, I do, and I'm making more affiliate programs. That's part of my first quarter, cleaning up processes, editing my affiliate program. Right now, they're all private, so if you want to promote my products, you just have to contact me, but soon I'll have public-facing affiliate products as well. Louis says, sure, where do you want the video testimonial? If you could send it to Brittany at BrittanyLynch.com, that would be fantastic. I would really appreciate that. Thank you so much. I'll send that to everyone there. Okay, let's see. Okay, Audrey, great question. What time frame do we have for your support after the training finishes? Audrey, you'll have indefinitely to ask questions. I'm not gonna not answer your emails for whatever reason. So you're going to have unlimited support going forward. So don't worry if you're not done the course just yet. We'll be able to answer your questions, for as long as this business keeps going, for years to come. Okay. So Masuda says, I just want to say I think you can report your copycat sales page as a duplicate page to Google. Of course you work for them. You probably know the process already. I read you can do that for content stealing. Yeah, I'm going to go through that process as well. It's too bad that someone stole my sales page and my product, but I'll definitely go through that process. Thomas says, work at your own speed, but don't give up. That's exactly right, Thomas. The important thing is not to give up. Let's see. What do you think of using shopping cart 1 instead of Aweber for an opt-in list building? You mean one shopping cart, I think is what you mean. I haven't really used one shopping cart. Like years ago, I did use one shopping cart. It was a Canadian company originally. But I use Aweber. I just find it serves my purposes. One shopping cart's good because it has a merchant processor. It kind of does upsells and downsells as well. So if you want to like automate everything in one place, it's good. But I just use Aweber. Krister says, keep your fast tech webinars up also for me after I learn. Absolutely, I will. Yes, Lucy, yes, that will be on tomorrow for Australia. Patrick, oil of oregano. You're right. I love oil of oregano. It works really well for colds. Yes, so someone's saying, will the next version of this webinar be Thursday again? Yeah, it will be Thursday. Like I said, my dad's having surgery again on Tuesday. He's getting out of the hospital on Wednesday, so I'm sorry I had to change the webinar. It's just my dad's got some health problems right now, and I've got to be there for him. So we're gonna have it next Thursday. Ernie says, "Tell whoever's knocking your door to buzz off. You're doing a webinar." I did. I didn't answer it just so I can stay on this call. All right. I'm just going through this. Trent, if you send me an email, I know you're going to be in Vegas. We can try to coordinate something. I've got most of my. It's going to be a pretty chaotic weekend in Vegas, but we can try to fit something in. So Bob's asking about the videos that I said I'd upload in the members area last webinar, and those should all be in the resource section. Mark's saying, is it possible that my niche is too expensive? Mark, I'm not sure exactly what your niche is. Thomas says, you actually have customer service, unlike most of the so-called gurus. Yeah, Thomas, you know, I went through growing pains for a little while, and, you know, my business expanded so quickly, and my customer support really wasn't where I wanted it to be, and that's something I value so much that we've really gone out of our way to ramp it up, and I'm so proud of where our customer support is right now. It's so good, so I appreciate that, you noticing it. Okay, let's see here. Just looking for people's questions that I might have missed. Ronit says, I wrote like 5 questions. Ronit, I can see that message. I haven't seen your other questions. Oh. How much is a good budget? It's really how much can you afford to spend on advertising every day, Ronit. If you're spending a smaller amount, then you're going to get fans and opt-ins a little slower. But if you spend a bigger amount, you're going to get fans and opt-ins a little faster. So it just makes everything a lot quicker. Let's see here. So Dave, we went over revenue and profit at the beginning of the webinar. If you missed that, I'm definitely going to have this recorded and I'll place it in the members area for tomorrow. Let's see here. Samir says, Brittany, you are known for being a Google AdWords expert. In your opinion, is this Facebook looking system your #1 method that you personally work on? And is it better than the Google AdWords in your opinion? That's a really good question, Samir. I actually did an AdWords course before. I pulled it down, and I'll be doing another AdWords course, I think, in March. There's been some really exciting changes with AdWords lately that I'm really excited to share with everyone. So that's not going to happen until March, but you know, they're both good systems. They're different. I mean, you can't just rely on one traffic source. It just so happened that I kind of wanted to work more with Facebook this time around, so I showed this traffic method. But I think they're both very good. They're good for different reasons. Facebook's really good for building an opt-in list. Facebook's really good for making a ton of, Facebook's really good for building an opt-in list of subscribers. AdWords is really good for making a lot of direct sales. So they're just a little different, but they're both very, very valuable. Natasha asks, what's the best program to use to film an instructional video on your computer screen and put it on YouTube without the file being so big? I use Camtasia, or not Camtasia, ScreenFlow, and I've got a Mac. If you've got a PC, I'd suggest Camtasia. Let's see. So Ronit says, how much is a good budget needed to make $10,000 profit in 5 days? Well, we've made about 3,300 or so profit, and I've spent about 450. So if you do the math that way, World of Warcraft is a more expensive niche than most of the other niches, so that's something to keep in mind too. Tom, I will put my product on ClickBank as well at some point. Let's see here. Mark, sorry, I still can't see what niche you are. I see the question is a possible niche is too expensive, but I don't see the lead up to that question. If you could just type that in one big sentence. Yeah, Dawn says, I missed the first 5 minutes of the webinar. Someone stole something from you. Yes, someone just copied my sales page and took my product and is basically kind of impersonating my product online, but obviously channeling the PayPal money into their PayPal account, not mine, which is a bit unfortunate, but you know, can't really help that, can I? So Peter says, can you teach us how to handle if someone steals your product? Yeah, Peter, I mean, the biggest thing is at the end of the day, people will steal your product or might steal your product. I shouldn't say. In most niches outside of internet marketing, they're not going to steal your product. And it's just because I've got such a large audience watching me create this World of Warcraft niche. That's the reason my product has been stolen. It's unfortunately probably someone who's actually on this webinar who has taken it upon themselves to take the product. And that's too bad, but it's going to happen, and you can't really get too caught up in that because most of your customers are honest and they're not going to take it. So don't let that occupy you. There's certain things you can do, and we can go over that in the next webinar. John says, are there any new look-ins in the future? Yeah, John, we're going to do another one in the middle of March, another really cool one, and I haven't finalized it yet, but it's going to be related to AdWords, I think, or some combination of AdWords and in Facebook. It's going to be it's this one's the best one yet, but I try to make every look-in better than the last one. So absolutely, I love the whole look-in strategy. Watching me, I plan to do a whole bunch of look-ins, even just little ones like conversion optimization for look-in, or email marketing look-in, or sales copy look-in, things like that. And hopefully, let me know if there's specific look-ins that you're interested in. Type in suggestions in the box. Let me know if you'd be interested in seeing more look-ins for sure. Ernie, we'll go over different traffic sources like solo ads next week. Next Thursday, I think, is the 12th. But you check the calendar there. Oh, real estate investing, Mark. Okay, I see your niche now. Is it possible that real estate investing is too expensive? Expensive is such a subjective word. It's hard to say because even if you're paying $1, if you're making $2 back, it doesn't really matter. So I don't think is it too expensive is a good question. The clicks are probably more expensive on average than a lot of other niches in real estate investing, but it's also probably a more profitable niche. So I definitely say keep pursuing that. I know a lot of people who make a lot of money in real estate. Thomas says, this is why you will succeed for years to come. Thomas, I appreciate it. Let's see, I think I've answered most of the questions here. I'm just kind of going through this here. Samir says, awesome. I feel so friggin' excited about you teaching us AdWords. Please keep your AdWords course at an affordable price for us. Can't tell you how eager I am for you to train us on that. So excited to be trained by a pro. Samir, thanks. I appreciate that. I really do. Yes, so Corey says, can I email support the link to my website and have them take a look at it? Yes. So guys, there's so many questions coming up here. If for whatever reason I've missed your question, it's not because I don't think it's a good question. It's not because I don't like to answer it. Simply email me at brittany@brittanyLynch.com. I'd be more than happy to answer it there if I don't answer it live here. Michelle says, how did you know that someone took your product? Did you see it on the internet? Yeah, actually, someone else that's a customer of the Facebook Look-In program actually emailed me and said they found it online. It's identical. They sales copy everything. Let's see. We've got Joanne says, do you use softwares that prevent your guide from being passed on to another? No, I don't, but I'll go over that a bit next week. Sue says, definitely interested in AdWords Look-In. Dawn says, Facebook Look-In is awesome. Elizabeth says, hey Britt, so can you do affiliate programs with PayPal and Aweber only and not one shopping cart? No, Elizabeth, you're going to need ClickBank or some other third-party program. So one shopping cart, I think, has an affiliate program. I use ClickBank and Nanocast. Trish says, yes, more look-ins, please. Let's see. Yes, love the look-in method. Marcy says, would like something on other than social media, maybe a YouTube look-in. That's a great idea, a YouTube look-in. Maria says, Brittany, I want to see everything you're doing. This is great stuff. I appreciate that. So Dawn says, can I ask you how long you've been in internet marketing and how long did it take you to start making money? Well, it depends how you look at internet marketing. I guess I started internet marketing when I was 16, which is unfortunately 8 years ago at this point. I started trying to sell soccer DVDs online when I was younger. I basically asked my dad for some money for some clothes, and he kind of looked at me like, "What, are you crazy? You've got to go make your own money now. You're 16." So he kind of turned me on to the AdWords, and so that's when I started using it. He had some extra soccer DVDs. I started selling those. Kind of got into it slowly like that. That's kind of when I fell in love with Google AdWords and Google, and then I started going to university, applied to work for Google, got a job there. So I've been dabbling in it for a while, and it's such a big world. And even when I hire new employees into my company, it just constantly reminds you. And this is one of the reasons why I like hiring new employees is it really keeps me in touch with my customers because it is such a different world, internet marketing. It's a bit of a learning curve, but once you get it, you really get it. So just keep pushing, keep learning. If you're willing to continue to improve, you're going to have success with internet marketing. Just don't give up. That's the biggest thing. Trish says, you haven't answered mine. I don't see your question. I see you said, yes, more look-ins, please, but I don't see your question. Yes, next webinar is next Thursday. Okay. Mark, maybe you can send your page to support staff and we can all look at it there. Linda's asking, is there another webinar on for 8 p.m.? No, the Insider Circle webinar is on for Wednesday next week, Linda. And it's going to be a really, really great call. A really, really good webinar. Jenny says, stealing your stuff is ridiculous. It totally is. And Jen says, what's wrong with these people? That's a good question. Samir says, I wanted to ask you if a dummy book exists, is that enough to build a niche Facebook page on? As ClickBank doesn't cover it, every niche. Samir, go through webinar 1. There's those the niche survey list. There's a few things I ask you to look for, so it's not just a dummy book. Corey says, yes, great teaching, love it. Agreed, great stuff. Peter says, just kind of going through this. Looks like I've joined. A few people are asking what's Insider Circle. The Insider Circle is a monthly webinar that I hold. It's actually a continuity program, so it's like a mastermind group with me. And every month you get every week you get a brand new action report giving you specific strategies on how to make money online, how to create effective campaigns, how to scale up your advertising, how to make more money, how to communicate better, how to be more productive, things like that. So every week you get a really cool action report in your inbox in the members area. And then once a month we hold a really cool webinar talking about all the latest strategies on internet marketing, how to stay ahead of the game, how to really make a lot of money online. That's once a month. And then we also transcribe that, create it into PDFs, and give 3 additional reports. So you get a ton of really cool stuff in the Insider Circle program. And that's $47 a month, but I'm giving a 30-day trial at the moment. So I'll send out an email about that later on. So if you haven't joined that, you definitely would want to join that. Dave says, I want it in big caps. So I'll definitely send that out to everyone. I'm just actually haven't even created a sales page for it yet. It's been really hush hush, but I'm gonna let a few more members in. So if you're interested in it, definitely send me an email, and I'll make sure to get you a spot. Okay. Okay, so Ellen says, I asked my question 4 times and sent it to Brittany at Brittany Lynch twice from week 1 and never got an answer. All right, Ellen, if you sent it in week 1, it might have been because we had an issue with one of our support staff. She wasn't, I guess, answering the emails as best as she could. So if you could just re-forward that. Our support staff now, Karen, is just awesome. She's going to make sure that you get that taken care of. Ellen, I think I remember what yours was on. I think was it on ebooks, creating ebooks, Ellen? Just give me a reminder there. You said there's no book. Oh no, in retirement and content. Should I do straight? Oh, there. Okay. I thought I thought I wrote you back. I said that I really like the ebook idea. So resend that email one more time. We'll make sure that that's answered in detail tomorrow. Yeah, so the Insider Circle is starting on Wednesday. So that's when you're going to start getting your free reports. We're going to aim to get the free reports, or not the free reports, I guess, the Insider Circle weekly reports out every Monday. All right, there, Peter. And then have a webinar once a month, too. Yeah, and the webinars will be recorded for the Insider Circle as well. So Elizabeth says, to make $10,000, is it fair to say you would spend $1,000 on Facebook ads? Yeah, I mean, I think that's fair. You don't always. Sometimes you could be spending $100 or $200, and that's it, because clicks are really low. It really depends on the niche, but between $200 and $1,000 in order to make $10,000 would be fair. Robert, I did already go over total numbers and metrics as well as showing my PayPal account. So this is recorded, so I'll make sure to get that to everyone so you can see the recording right there. Yeah, that's Ask Brittany Lynch. Insider Circle, same thing as Ask Brittany Lynch. All right. Dave says, I'm part of Ryan Lee's Insider Circle, and we'll dump them for you. Dave, I really appreciate that. All right. And it's Elizabeth's asking, does it cost money to put your product on ClickBank? And I think it's like $40 or some $40 processing fee or something like that. But I'll check. We'll go over that next week for sure. Alrighty. All right. So have you enjoyed? It's 50. Yeah, $50. Have you enjoyed this week's webinar? Did you get a lot of value at it? Are you happy that you were on here today? Have you been enjoying the training? Definitely let me know. Like I said, if you want to make a testimonial, I'd really appreciate it. If you've really gotten a lot of value at it, definitely send it to Brittany at BrittanyLynch.com. I'll be sending out an email about the Insider Circle later this week. And I'm looking forward to it. I've got lots of yeses, absolutely outstanding, very good, great training, great stuff as usual. It's been great. Yes, of course, absolutely, very much. Very useful time well spent. Thanks, John. I appreciate that. I've enjoyed it a lot. I wouldn't want to miss it. Super job. I appreciate that. I really appreciate it. And once again, thank you so much for being patient with the delay. I know we moved the webinar back 2 days because of the family issues, but thank you for sticking around, and I think you guys are fantastic. And just keep working towards your goals. You're going to hit them for sure. I guarantee it. Just keep trying. If you have any questions, even after the course is done, keep reaching out to me, sending emails. We'll always answer them. So that's not a problem. Support is ongoing, even past the refund period. You know, it's going to be ongoing for as long as you need it. All right.